The Master versus the Apprentice. Big E Langston's star is on a meteoric rise. There's absolutely no question that a World Championship is in his future. Big E was also part of the reboot of D-Generation X, which was spearheaded by founders Triple H and Shawn Michaels. It's fair to say the reboot was ultimately a failure if you look at it from the perspective of championships. Because when they set out to reboot DX, they did it with the goal of procuring championships and dominating WWE once again. This of course didn't take place, and the blame was placed directly on the shoulders of Big E Langston, even though it was a group effort with he and the Authors of Pain. Triple H would deliver his version of punishment by attempting to take out Big E for tarnishing his creation. This would eventually backfire though, with Big E Langston having the last laugh and seemingly banishing this bleak past with D-Generation X. For months it seemed that Big E had fresh air, he had moved on, he had moved up the pecking order in WWE, even to the point of facing off for the World Championship at No Way Out against Samoa Joe. And while Big E would fall narrowly short against Joe, it was clear that he wasn't far away from planting his flag at the top of the mountain. It just happened that it wasn't his day. Shane McMahon would then give Big E another chance to prove himself around the world title picture when he would give him a Money in the Bank qualifying match against Bronson Reed. It was then the ghost from Big E's past would haunt him yet again. This time it wasn't Triple H though, it was another founding member, the Master, Shawn Michaels. Michaels would cost Big E the match, and Reed would book his spot at WrestleMania, and this sent the WWE Universe into raptures. It infuriated some, it intrigued others, but no one was more infuriated than Big E himself. When Shawn Michaels explained why he returned, he said it was very simple. Come back to test Big E. He came back to make sure that he really learned his lesson. He felt disrespected, he felt like Big E didn't really appreciate the position he was granted by Triple H and himself. So now, he wanted to put him through the ultimate test. A big match at WrestleMania against Mr. WrestleMania himself. And of course Big E would jump at the opportunity to face Michaels on the grandest stage, but not before being put down one more time by Triple H, who for now seems to be leaving this to Michaels all on his own. Questions have been asked of Michaels and if he's taking this seriously as well, with footage emerging of him training with Triple H and seemingly taking it very lightly. But we all know Shawn Michaels though, and we know that when the bell rings it's going to be all business. But Master versus Apprentice, it's not a new concept. But should Big E get a win, it could literally be a new day for Langston. But what does a loss mean? You've got to look at the other side of the coin. Does this mean he will never be able to put this truly behind him? Will he always live in the shadow of D-Generation X? Does this mean Michaels and Triple H were right all along and perhaps Big E is nothing without a group? Only time will tell. Ladies and gentlemen, Shawn Michaels returns to WrestleMania. It's Master versus Apprentice. It's Michaels versus Langston. And it's WrestleMania, Las Vegas.